Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you are all doing well. I appreciate with the world at the moment, it's a little bit strange situation that we find ourselves in, unfortunately, with the coronavirus and having to be self-isolated. It's quite strange, even for someone who has worked from home for so long. It's been quite odd not being able to venture in the outdoors properly and having to remain in my garden for a little while. Lovely to see everyone in the room at the moment viewing this stream. I hope you are all doing well, guys. Staying strong, keeping yourselves safe, away from the coronavirus, etc. I hope it's all going well. So, guys, if you can begin by shouting your names out there. I see we've got Kimberly in the room as well. We've got Guimo and Alish Hun as well, watching from the Philippines, I would assume, on that one. So, if you guys can all shout your names out there, that would be great. I imagine we're going to get quite a viewings list today, given that everybody is home from work and self-isolating. I hope you are all doing well. So guys, as is in the title, this stream today, we are giving away $250 to a lucky individual. Okay? Now, the way you're able to win this is by posting this stream to a friend, okay? And when you've posted it to another one of your friends, all you need to do is comment "done" in the comments, all right? Now, in order to win it, you obviously have to be viewing the stream. You have to be looking at my lovely face with my coronavirus mask, ready to answer the door at a moment's notice, okay? So as soon as you guys, as soon as the stream's done and you're still viewing the stream, we will then choose a winner from there. Now, the $250 is provided by one of our partner brokers. There will be a step-by-step process to undertake. Don't worry about that. Our team is ready, standing by behind the scenes to be able to provide you with the correct details on how to get how to claim your prize, should I say. Okay, guys, so all you need to do is post the stream to a friend, write "done" in the comments, and away you go. You are in the group of winning $250 for watching this stream, okay? So, folks, at the moment, the markets are a little bit crazy. Let's face it, okay? The coronavirus at the moment has wreaked havoc on our world economy. The markets as well fall right underneath that banner. It's been crazy out there, a little bit of a jungle. We've actually still been consistently managing a profit throughout the mess at the moment. And let's be fair, okay? I mean, I've seen a lot of people complain about the lack of volatility in the markets. This coronavirus thing, although it is very bad, it has generated a lot of market volatility. I mean, we've seen some hellishly big moves in the market at the recent. Hi there, Macaulay. First time here as well. Looking at these charts is like, yeah. Don't worry, I will go through it. As you guys know, if you do catch up with me on a Monday, you know there's not really enough time to go into the exact strategy that I use. But we will provide market analysis. You know, I'll give you guys trade ideas to go away with for the rest of the week and stuff. I've just been having a look at global equities. I actually took a live scalp on this one this morning with our communities at Forex Signals. We managed to do 350 points on the US 30. We took a short up at the highs here, up at the 1965 level, and we actually rode it right the way down to 1975 to be exact on that, 19175 to be exact. So we did a nice little short on the US 30 to get us off with a nice weak start. Global equities then, guys, on the larger time frames. Now, I mentioned a couple of weeks ago that I was expecting a 30% decline on the US stocks, okay? That was my first and initial expectation of the coronavirus's impact to the US stock market. Now, if we actually look up here on the S&P, we have actually surpassed that target. So when we were trading up at around the 33 level, my expectation was a 30% decline, and we have actually done from that level down 33.77% so far. It's been a crazy ride down here, and we have done pretty damn well in making the most of this bad situation in terms of trading profits. There's been a lot of signals flying around in the community at forexsignals.com. It's been brilliant in terms of the actual trading profit. But yeah, it's been like I said, it's been a bit of a crazy one with the self-isolation, in going on at the moment. Unfortunately, I'm a type 1 diabetic, just like my son is as well, and because of our diabetes, it puts us in the high risk bracket, and therefore, with the high risk comes not a 14-day lockdown, but an actual 3-month lockdown. So I'm not actually isolating for 14 days. I'm at the beginning of my second week of 12 weeks in isolation, which is going to be quite an adventure, I should imagine. I don't think I've ever been in the house for longer than 24 hours in one stint. So it's going to be a quite crazy ride throughout the remainder of the 3 months, I imagine. So guys, yeah, I can see a couple of comments saying done. Remember guys, if you want to be in the competition to win $250, you must type out and enter done in the comments list. Okay, so as soon as you get that, share across, click done, and then you will be in the competition for $250. And remember, if there's only 1 or 2 people that press done, then it's not going to be a big margin to win the $250, is it? So as many people as possible. If you want a free 250 quid, then get the done comment in the box as soon as possible. So guys, at the moment then, if you are interested in global equities, we are continuing to decline. Now the Federal Reserve came out this morning and basically said that they were going to have a limitless cash flow for the US economy, okay, to withstand the effects of the coronavirus. Now for me, this is global economic suicide. But they have backed themselves in a corner. They've got the fear there's nowhere else to turn, and they're doing what they think is right. Now, in a few months down the line, we are going to plunge ourselves into what I believe will be the first global recession since the 2008 housing crisis. It's going to be a crazy time. So, on one hand, we obviously have the virus, which is causing the market uncertainty. It's causing a lot of fear. It's giving us concerns for our health and our loved ones. And then on the other hand, the virus is causing the aftermath, which is going to be a global recession, which is going to be affecting work. It's going to be affecting all kinds of industry around the world, like it already is. I mean, I can't speak for everywhere else in the world, but I imagine it's running the same as the United Kingdom, and we're furloughing workers all over the place at the moment. I mean, the government is paying 80% of their annual salaries for being at home in lockdown. You know, it's a crazy old world we're living in at the moment. But I do want to stress the fact that at the moment, guys, there is no better time to be a trader. Okay, there really is. There is no better time to be a trader than right here and right now, because we are, as a general rule of thumb, we're all trading from the confines of our own homes. We're all able to sit here and profit all day, every single day from the financial markets. Okay, whilst this is all going on outside our front doors. So it's a really, really good time to get involved in the markets and really, get that energy. I mean, you might have not even been interested in the markets in the first place, but it's definitely a good time to get involved. And also, you'll be coming at a time when market volatility is good. Okay, so it's not going to be spending days on end watching the market range from side to side. We are getting very nice, strong moves to the downside. So anyway, that's global equities, guys, there. So I'm just going to flick over to the Forex currency instruments. We'll have a bit of a look. So got a couple of trade ideas that are out at the moment for the guys. Okay, so this is one that I'm waiting for the criteria to set up on. What we're waiting for is a break, close, and retest of the red line. Okay, that red line represents a 50-period exponential moving average. Okay, so that right there is what I want to see price action, break underneath, close underneath, retest, and once we open up with a bearish candlestick, I want to execute the short at around 154 and take the short down to 150, 150. Okay? Sorry guys, actually not 150, 150, it's 150, 50. Okay? So that's what I'm going to be looking at. The TP is actually going to be down there. It's at 150, 50, down there. So that's going to be a Euro CAD short trade idea. Now the theory behind this trade is actually not on the 4-hour time frame, it's on the weekly. So because of the weekly chart, we have a great big extension away from the 8 EMA. Now I use this 8-period moving average to try and source potential turning points in the market. Okay, so even though it's just a moving average, there's no magic behind the scenes or anything going on here, it's just an 8 exponential moving average. But the fact of the matter is, price action loves trading close to this 8 EMA. It does not like being far away from it at all. And with this in mind, when price action gaps up like this and we have a large extension away from this period moving average here, that for me is a good sign that the market is going to be turning around soon enough, and we could be looking at potential shorts here. So as soon as the criteria comes on side on the lower time frames, like the 4 hour, then I'm going to be looking at, as soon as this price action turns short, I'm going to be looking at getting involved and taking the short from 154 down to 150.50. Okay, so you guys, once the price does turn around, once we head down to 154, execute the shorts from 154 and then take your trade down to 150.50. And that'll be a nice trade idea. You can leave that one run for the remainder of the week. I should think. So guys, yeah, these comments are looking pretty good at the moment. Remember, if you are coming into the room now, or bearing in mind we've had another 50 people come into the room since then. Everybody who is inside the room right now, if you share this video with a single one of your friends and type done in the comments, you are in the group to win $250. There are no special requirements or anything like that. You just need, generally speaking, okay, you just need to just need to type done. That's all you need to do. It'll be the easiest 250 quid you have ever won. Unfortunately, I can't enter it myself. I have already asked, but I'm out of it, unfortunately. So guys, Euro NZD, okay, this is another one that's looking pretty good. Now guys, I'm not actually looking at a Euro NZD short this week. I'm actually looking at this being next week's problem. So when I say next week's problem, I'm expecting there to be a 50% candle open, okay, because I'm using Heiken Ashi candles. I'm not using standard candles. So we get a 50% open right here of next week's candle. The 8-period moving average is going to come up, be repainted a little bit. And then we will have a great whopping gap in the Euro NZD as well. And I'm expecting to fill that gap with my profit, okay? So my trade idea is going to be simple. As soon as next week's candlestick comes into play, I'm going to be executing my shorts at around 188, maybe 187.90, and I'm going to be taking my shorts down to 182, which is going to be my TP. That, guys, is a very nice trade idea, because if you think 182 up to 187.80 or 90, you're looking at about 550 pips on your return there. Very, very nice trade idea at the moment. Okay, very nice one. I've got another one for you guys as well. BTC USD. Now, I'm not entirely sure if there's any Bitcoin traders in the room at the moment, but look at the size of the extension on the weekly time frame. It is monumental, guys, okay? 1,150 pips north of market price at the moment is the BTC weekly 8, okay? As soon as what I've told the guys in the room, okay, this is a trade idea as well that I've got out in our forexsignals.com community. When we have this pattern happen, break, close, and retest, we must wait for the retest of that moving average that we have just crossed over, okay? So we have the break above, we're going to get the close above. When price action comes back down to retest that level, that is when we want to be thinking about taking a long, okay? And then from there, I'm going to be taking a long up to the 200 period moving average at 74, and that space in here is 1,100 pips, okay? So I'm going to be doing the 1,100 pip trade from the retest of the 50 up to the 200 EMA. This is something in the room that I call a 4-hour EMA gap close opportunity, okay? So that one's looking mighty fine at the moment, guys, okay? It is looking mighty fine at the moment. Not ready to be set off yet, but it is looking pretty good, okay? So let's continue to have a scan. I know there's going to be a couple of oil traders, and after that we will do gold as well, undoubtedly. So on oil at the moment, we are looking at a bit of a bottom being formed here. Now guys, with everything that's going on with Saudi and the Russians at the moment, it's caused a lot of friction, a lot of volatility in oil. I mean, let's face it, we have had a monumentally big fall off the edge of a cliff here in oil, okay? And I think the pressure is going to continue. Okay, not only the fact that the Russians and the Saudis are at each other's throat at the moment over the oil, but we also have the coronavirus, and this is going to affect all kinds of markets, not just one or the other. It's going to have an effect on all of them. So at the moment, we have a very, very nice strong bit of momentum to the downside. My target profits, as you've seen here, are 26, 2050, and 16. Unbelievably, we actually smashed the 26 and 2050 levels in 1 week. Okay, it's just unbelievable. Bearing in mind, guys, I'm only 29 years old. Okay, I came to the financial markets, well, not just the financial markets, but I became a multi-asset class trader when I was 19 years old. I was a retail trader, obviously, for a couple of years. Then I worked for a proprietary trading firm, went from there onto the City of London, worked for a firm there, and now I trade for myself from the comfort of my own home and work with the Forex Signals guys. Now, I've never experienced anything like this because when I was 19 years old and a retail trader, we were just coming out of the '08 housing crisis. So even though it may seem like, I've been in the markets a long time, I've never actually witnessed what is going on right now. So it's crazy to be part of. It's absolutely mental to be part of it. Obviously, Andrew Lockwood, he's been around. He's been trading during the last financial crisis. So even though it's different behind the scenes, the causes of it and stuff, he still has some idea of this kind of market's capacity for strong selling points in that. Whereas, I've just had to follow my system down to a T. The system I've got in place here, guys, it's called the Precision Sniper Trading System, and it basically is looking for those key turning points in the market as soon as they happen. So what I'm looking for is something called a squeeze release, a MACD cross, and then a red or green volume histogram to coincide. So if I look for where my system is telling me to sell, I am looking for a squeeze release, a MACD cross, and a red volume histogram. So my system has told me to sell the market when we were trading up at 53.21. And from there on, the price action goes down, okay? I've used this system for the last 4.5 years. It is blinding and it is able to adapt to any type of market condition. And I think proof is in the pudding because we've never had market conditions like this before, and it's proved itself yet again. Because if you look at that fall down there, that's 3,500 pips south off the position that my system told me to get into. So it's a crazy one. It's a really good one. Right, guys, I'm not seeing many duns. Are there other duns in the room? We need to get done typed in the chat after you send it to a friend. Okay? Copy the stream, link it to a friend, type done in the comments list, and you guys will win $250. Okay? Get it done as quickly as possible. Yes, it is legit. It is absolutely legit. A random winner will be chosen from everybody that is who's shared and typed done. Okay? Everybody who's shared the stream and then typed done will get a chance at winning $250. It is very legit, believe me. So let's have a look at gold quickly, guys, okay? Excuse me. So gold's another one. Okay, gold is another one at the moment, which has been pretty good. Now, we've been looking for a daily ATMA gap close. So very much like the weekly ones that I've actually been looking at with you guys so far. I was just looking at this, but on the daily time frame. So here is another bit of proof in the pudding scenario that the 8 EMA gaps genuinely do work. Okay, when price action is trading down here at 1460, it was a no-brainer that we were going to get the momentum push to the upside and the gap sooner or later would be closed. And here we go. We get a push from 1460 on the 1 and the 4 on the daily, straight up. And where does price action start to stall? It starts to stall at the daily 8 EMA. Okay, so just to measure the distance of the push from 1460 up to that level, that's 623 pips to the upside there, just on the basis of a daily 8 EMA gap close in gold. Okay, so that one's looking really nice at the moment. That one's done very, very well. And I should imagine it's going to start to stall and you might be looking for a short opportunity. I think it's worth mentioning, guys, that with the dollar starting to weaken off, the dollar is having a bit of a push to the downside at the moment. That would suggest that gold is going to rise. Now, when dollar is strong, gold is weak. When gold is strong, the dollar's weak, vice versa, So at the moment, with the dollar being weak and gold being strong, I'd imagine it's probably going to continue, but you want to wait for the criteria to be achieved. Okay? So when I say that, you want to wait for price action to be breaking above and closing above the 50. You do not want to be taking longs in gold at these highs. Okay, because my bias would be over the duration of the next 30 to 40 minutes, we would see gold trading back down, retesting this level of 1510 to 1515, and then we could probably have another stab at the 200 EMA. Okay, So you've got to think about this method of the market, okay? The break, close, and retest. You don't want to be taking longs up here at the highs of 1530 because you've got dynamic resistance right in the way of the price action, okay? So it's not wise, all right, guys? It's not a wise place to be long in gold at the moment. Yusuf, hello there. What's your MACD settings? My MACD is standard, okay? So fast length is 12, slow is 26, and the signal is 9. Okay, for those of you who are interested, that is my inputs for my MACD. They should be standard. The 12, 26, and 9 settings are generally standard for the MACD. Okay. Okay, so let's get going then. So that's gold. So guys, I generally like to hand over the reins to you guys in the last, in the sort of back at the tail end 10 minutes of the stream here. So is there anything that you guys would like me to check out in this time? I'm just going to hand it over to you. David Martin, can we check out the pound yen? Yeah, of course, mate. Yeah, pound yen, absolutely fine. Just for those of you who have just entered the room, you still have a chance at winning the $250. All right, guys? So if you share the stream with a friend and type done in the chat and you remain in the stream until the end, you do have a chance at winning the $250. All right? So pound yen then, folks. Okay, interesting. We've actually come in above the 50 now. So we are continuing to close the gap on the 8-period moving average. That seems quite wise at the moment. The yen continues to weaken off. The pound continues to weaken off as well at this stage. Not really a massive fan of the pound yen on an intraday because I don't tend to like trading one weak currency against another. Generally speaking, if the yen is weak, I would like to trade it against a stronger currency like the Australian dollar, or I'll trade it against the euro. Now, I appreciate they don't move the same with the same volatility as the pound. But at the moment, yeah, I'm not really a massive fan of this. I think if we took a long now, we could probably look for a position up to 130 at the daily ATMA. So probably about 130 I'd be looking for in the pound yen. But that really is it. Weakest and the strongest currency at the moment. 2 secs, guys. Just catching up on these. Yeah, Kamajila, you're absolutely right. Waiting for the retest. You're absolutely right. So USD CAD and Aussie dollar as well, I believe, came up. So Aussie dollar. Okay, so guys, this is fantastic. Okay, this is a really good opportunity. We're already getting the break and the close above on the Aussie dollar. Okay, so break, close, retest of the 50, and then we execute our longs up to the daily 8 EMA. All right, so a potential trade idea in the Aussie dollar would look something like this. You'd have your stop loss below that low there. You'd have your target profit up there at the daily ATMA, and that would be your trade idea in the Aussie dollar long. That's actually a really nice trade idea, guys. I didn't pick up on that one this morning, but that's a beautiful trade idea at the moment, and one that I really like the look of that one. So guys, long the Aussie dollar to 59. Long the Aussie dollar to 59. I would not be looking for that because that'll be repainted. Where is it? 59.80. Yeah, long the Aussie dollar to 59.80. 59.80 for the AU. That's looking good, that one. Yep, certainly is looking good. So we've got USD CAD as well, which was called out. That's fine. Let's take a look at this one. Okay. Yeah, USD CAD again. USD CAD again is looking pretty good at the moment. Look at these ATMA extensions that we're witnessing here, guys, okay? This is all pretty interesting stuff at the moment. Okay, really nice ATMA gap. Now remember, the 8-period moving average does not stay in the same place. Okay, it will be repainted. So as soon as that moving average gets repainted up, let's say it gets repainted up 25 pips, you're going to have to manually edit your target profit and reduce it. So you want to make sure you're still getting that positive risk reward ratio, because you don't want to be risking, and you don't want to have your RR at anything less than 1%. It must be equal. All right. So at the moment, this is looking pretty good, though. I mean, as soon as we get a break and a close underneath the 50, including that retest that we've been talking about, break, close, retest, then the continuation. Okay, that's looking really healthy. So again, the USD CAD for me is going to be short. All right. Let's have a look at Aussie CAD. Yeah, Aussie CAD for sure. Okay, so Aussie CAD at the moment. Yeah, ATMA extension, guys. I tell you what, I'm gonna start giving you guys a job, sorting out these pretty good trade opportunities. This Aussie CAD again, fantastic. Break, close, retest of the 50 long. Okay, it really is. I'll tell you what, guys. If you are not at the moment part of the Forex Signals community, you need to get involved. Okay, there is never a better time. You should be getting involved. You know, you get a 1 week trial. There is a no cost obligation at all. You just come in, you try it out for a week. If you don't like it at the end of it, you don't have to stick around. Simple. But at the moment, we look at this kind of stuff all the time. And remember, guys, I give my traders explicit instruction on how to actually handle this stuff. So if we go to my profile up here and we have a look at the trade signals that I've been providing, we have been turning over a consistent profit in the markets since September last year. Every single week, September, I have been providing targets and trade signals. Okay, just to give you a bit of an idea on the profits that we do. That was a bit of a risky month as well. That was a bit of a sweaty month here. Okay, but we are still turning over consistent profits. Okay, as we go down, we can see right the way back. We can go, you know, here we go. Plus 438. That was a week set of signals. We've got loads going on here at the moment. Now the signals that I've provided today are these ones. Okay, so all of these are the ones that we've provided today. So we've got the Euro CAD, the CAD Yen, BTC, and the US DAO, which has already been done. DAO's been done, and the BTC is still waiting for criteria to come on side. Okay. So we've got loads and loads of things going on at the moment in the markets, guys, and this is just another one of those opportunities. Aussie CAD long is looking great. Euro USD. Euro USD. Yeah, we can check that one out for sure. Yeah, exactly the same, guys. Okay, exactly the same. Look at the formation of price action at the moment. Okay. Now, you answer me in the room, guys. You answer me in the room because I know a lot of you are still watching. Okay, you've been in the stream the whole time. Is there a confluential factor to all of the pairs that we've been looking at? Okay, is there something that all of these pairs have in common? What is the common denominator out of every single one of these pairs that we've been looking at? Anybody know? Anybody that's been following in this stream? Anybody have any idea what the common denominator is out of all of these trades that we've been looking at? They're all going down. No, it's not quite Chris Kumar, but I love that optimism. It's not. It's the actual currency that we're looking at, isn't it? So we've got the USD CAD, the Euro USD, the Aussie USD. We've got loads and loads of dollar pairs. And the common denominator, yeah, exactly, US denominated. Exactly, you're absolutely spot on, Neil. Absolutely spot on. So it's all about the dollar. So all of these dollar pairs, we have these ATMA extensions, which is why when we're looking at all of these dollar pairs, they're all rising. Okay? They're all rising at the moment. We have risk aversion. Okay? We've got a risk appetite change. Also, if you look at the DXY at the moment, I don't know out of everyone in the room who monitors the dollar index, but the most interesting thing is if you look at the dollar index at the moment, guys, you will be surprised to see that we have a significant 8 EMA extension on the dollar time frame. Now, bearing in mind, at 9 o'clock this morning, when I did my EU briefing to the community at forexsignals.com, I said that I was going to have a short bias in the dollar. Okay? Now, bearing in mind, guys, if I go down to a 15-minute time frame, I had a short bias in the United States dollar when the dollar was trading to the upside at 102.69. Okay, this is where I said I had a short bias in the United States dollar, right at that level there. This is where the dollar is trading at the moment, down here several hours later. Okay, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not a market magician. What I do have is a particular set of rules of engagement. I have a particular set of tools available to be able to tell me when I'm going to be expecting these turning points in the market. And the same rules apply for the dollar, for the currency indices as well. Okay, so now that I've got that in my mind, I am already going to have a short bias in the United States dollar, and therefore when it comes to things like the Euro USD, the Aussie dollar, the USD CAD, I'm going to have long biases in the dollar. I'm going to have short biases in the dollar, okay, which provides much more market opportunity. Okay, now guys, I've noticed there's loads of more people coming into this stream at the moment. So everyone who's just come into the stream, post the stream to a single friend. Type done in the comments and you're in the runners up for $250, okay? The easiest 250 quid you have ever won. I've not even made 250 quid that easily before in my life, okay? Get the 200, type done after sharing, stay in the stream until the very end, and you guys will have a chance at winning 250 bucks, okay? Right, so, 2 seconds actually, guys, on that note. Right, so let's get cracking on then. Is there anything else? Let's have a look. So, the pound CAD. This is one that you guys are going to like because I know what you guys are like at the moment with your pound pairs. You like that market volatility. You like the fast movers. Look at where the pound CAD is trading at the moment. We have seen losses capped. Okay, and when I say we've seen losses capped, if you take a look at the lower time frame here on the 1 hour chart, you come down. We have got the floor of what looks like a range, okay? Now, generally, I would be thinking that the pound CAD is going to be time correcting. So if we line ourselves up with a floor, I'll just type this out so it's nice and clear to everyone. Okay, so that's going to be floor of range. And then we're going to have this one here, which is the ceiling of range. Excuse my typos. Okay, so now we've got the ceiling and the floor of a range. So what are we going to do with that information? We are going to go down to the 5-minute chart and then we are going to be looking for trading opportunities. Okay, so if you have the ceiling of the range and the floor of the range implemented, what you're going to do from there is you're going to very simply, very easily draw a box from the very highs of these moves to the very lows of these moves. Okay, so that is what I'm going to be using to trade. I'm just going to make that a little bit more faint so you guys can see a little bit more clearly inside what's going on. Okay, so that's where we are at the moment. Now, whilst price action is trading in this area, okay, let's just shade this. So whilst price action is trading in this area, we're not going to be doing anything. And whilst it's trading in this area, we're also not going to be doing anything at all. What we are waiting for is price to break through the ceiling of the range and then trade to the floor of the range. And what you're going to do is you are going to be simply taking a short from the ceiling with your stop above this level here and your target profit at the floor. Okay, so that's going to be your first trade idea in the pound CAD short. And then once you're down to this level, price action is probably going to be breaking through here and then coming back up. Once price action comes back up and it breaks through the floor of the range, you're going to be doing the exact same trading opportunity and having your stop loss below there. Okay, so you're just going to rinse and repeat these trade ideas over and over again. You have a 2.1 to 1 risk reward ratio if you continue to trade the range. Excuse me. Just like this, okay? Just like this. Just continue to do this same thing. Practice it over and over and over again. Now, it's very, very apparent that at one of these stages, you are going to hit your stop loss, okay? No matter what, one of these trades will hit your stop loss because one of these trades is going to be the trade that breaks through and then continues to the downside, or it's going to break above and continue to the upside. So one of these times, the trade is going to hit your stop loss. But if you can get 1, 2, or even 3 range-bound trades, your risk-reward ratio is going to be 5 to 1. Okay, so it's really, really good practice to do this as well. Whilst price action is ranging like this at the moment, very, very healthy. Right, guys, just 2 moments. So I just need a couple of minutes now, okay? So stay tuned. Remember, you've got to be actually watching the stream to earn the $250, okay? To be in the competition. So just stay tuned. Just going to take a couple of minutes out. I will leave a chart open. So you guys, I tell you what, I'll leave this one open so you can actually look at where the ceiling is, where the floor is, and how you could potentially be executing these trade ideas. Okay, so I'll zoom in there. Open it up on a 15-minute chart so it's a bit more clear. Okay. There you go. Right, just give me a couple of minutes, guys. Okay. Right, guys, we're just in the runnings up to announce the winner. Okay, so just give me a couple of moments. We're just in the case of getting the random generator on the go. Okay, so just stay tuned, and we will get the winner announced momentarily. All right, guys. So, is there, watching at the moment, a Frank Daniel? Is there a Frank Daniel in the room? I'm going to put my name up next. Frank Daniel, he needs to be watching the stream. So if there's runners up as well. So if Frank Daniel does not come to claim the prize, if he's not in the room, then we are going to move on to the next one in the list. No Frank Daniel. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, over. It's on to the next one. So, 2 seconds, guys. Just going to generate another. Okay, is there a Gino Botha in the room? Gino Botha. Is there a Gino Botha in the room? Gino, are you in the room? Wow, these people must not want free money. Seriously. Okay, I don't know why. Why would you not want free money? Crazy. Craziness. Okay, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Gino's out. Let's get the next one on the list. Okay, we've got the next one. Is there a... Forgive me if I don't pronounce this right, just saying ahead of time. Ajahi Barrett. Ajahi Barrett? Is there an Ajahi Barrett in the room? Ajahi Barrett. Is there Ajahi Barrett? Oh wait, Gino. Gino said it a few times already. Oh, Gino. Gino's in the room. 2 seconds. Gino is in the room. I do apologise, Gino, if you said it. I've been watching the comments. I did not see your name come up. Oh, God, we've got 2. We've got both of them that are coming back now. I'm not actually... Let's have a look. I'm leaving it... So, I'm not watching... Okay? The team behind the scenes are the ones with the eyes. And what they are saying is coming through right now. Bear with me. You all need to be watching. There isn't any coming back to the stream or anything like that, okay? As explicitly said and stated multiple times throughout the stream, you have to be watching and say immediately, I'm there, okay? Everybody gets a 30-second call out. As far as the team behind the scenes here are concerned, the comments were too late. And the one that came in was the last one, which was Ajahi Barrett. Okay? So, I'm going to go with the Ajahi Barrett. Okay? That's what they're saying, the team behind the scenes. They are the rules of the competition. Ajahi Barrett is today's winner of $250. So well done, Ajahi. Well done indeed. I'll give you a round of applause myself. Well done for being proactive enough to get a message in there as soon as possible and continue to watch the stream. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Okay? Hopefully you enjoyed it. Right, guys, just give me 2 minutes then. Everybody give Ajahi a congratulations. Alright guys, so that's going to be it from me. We've had a couple of interesting talking points today. We've got loads and loads of trade opportunities that we can be looking at across the week ahead. We've got tons of ATMA extensions. I've explained about the 8-period moving average and its relationship with price action, how I use it to determine potential turning points in the market. We've looked at some range structure as well. We've got the 3-structure plan there. We've got the upper, the lower limits of the range, the equilibrium zone, the positive and negative imbalance in price. We've got a lot of good talking points that we've covered today. And, of course, we've got Ajahi, who's won $250 for the sake of being here as well. So, guys, I'm going to wish you a very, very warm goodbye. I hope you guys take care. Please remember to be safe. The world is not as it once was at the moment with the coronavirus and stuff. Just be safe out there, okay? It is a bit of a jungle, so you guys be as safe as possible. I hope you, I hope you take care, and I look forward to catching up with you in a couple of Mondays' time. So, guys, take care, good luck, and as always, trade very, very safe. See you then.